What's up everyone, Rust here, and today I want to talk about Anthem's endgame. But first I want to show you guys this new trailer that was released on the Anthem's YouTube. It's basically just the developers talking about endgame, what is to come, and then after I show you guys the video, I'm going to discuss it a little bit more, give you guys my own opinions on it. I'm going to show you guys a roadmap, what they have planned out. So I'll see you guys after the video.
Welcome to part 2 of the Anthem gameplay series. In this episode, we are going to look at the expanding world of Anthem and its endgame content.
We're a long way from the cenotaph, and the storm is worse than we thought.
This is it. Close as we get with the Striders.
Agreed. Looks like we fly from here.
When you start Anthem, you are a freshly recruited freelancer that joins a failed mission to shut down a cataclysm called the Heart of Rage.
It beat us, Alec. We need to regroup.
It is up to you to redeem the freelancers and ultimately find a way to succeed in silencing it. This story is your introduction into the world, but the game doesn't end with its conclusion. The most dedicated freelancers will push themselves against tougher and tougher challenges, taking on more daring and deadly quests. In order to do this, you will have to improve not only yourself, but your arsenal of javelins. This is where your path to glory begins. As you continue to level up and become a more powerful pilot, new content and challenges will become available to you. With 6 modes of difficulty, including 3 which are unlocked in Endgame, Anthem will have a challenge for all levels of players, from easy to Grandmaster 3. The higher the difficulty, the better the chances you will have in finding the rarest gear and personalization items in the game.
When you want to make a statement, maybe polish that Javelin up with a nice coat of pain and thunder.
What's the use of being the best pilot in Bastion if your style doesn't match your power? From greeting friends in our social hub, the launch bay, to how you arrive on missions or celebrate your victories, we give you lots of opportunity to show off your Javelin style. Each suit has many ways to get it looking just the way you want, from unique armor pieces, customizing color and textures, to collecting vinyls and emotes. Your suit will soon become a reflection of yourself, making your wins all the more glorious. Once you reach the pilot level of 30, you will continue to improve your javelins by finding or crafting the rarest gear. That's where our endgame content really begins for you. At this point, you have likely finished the core story mission and your focus will begin to shift to new objectives. These are challenges, contracts, Freeplay, and Strongholds.
Matthias Sumner was investigating some relics at a ruin near the fort. I need you to find him and bring him back home safe.
People you meet in Fort Tarsus will sometimes need your help and offer you contracts. These are unpredictable missions in which you deal with various problems in the world. By increasing your reputation with different groups, you'll gain access to crafting blueprints. Doing daily, weekly, and monthly challenges will provide you crafting material and coin. This is a great way to make not only new gear, but further personalize your javelins. On occasion, people will offer you legendary contracts.
Hello, hello, hello.
These missions have multiple parts to them and are far more difficult to complete. In this case, Matthias Sumner, an Arcanist, hires you to not only provide valuable field research, but also stop a Dominion plot to wake a Titan.
You need to disrupt the process before the Titan wakes. Destroy those machines. That thing is awake. You have to stop it at all costs. You fought very well. I'm impressed.
Strongholds represent some of the highest level challenges in the game, and will require a team to take them on. These typically are longer challenges that will test all that you have learned as a freelancer. Whether or not your javelins can withstand the deadliest enemies in the world. Plan well, communicate with your team, and you will benefit from some of the most rewarding loot Anthem has to offer. Anthem is a living, changing world with threats arising from mysterious and dangerous places all the time. New missions, characters, and stories will be introduced in the weeks and months to come.
This could either be a single scout or the beginning of something much, much bigger.
Some of these changes will be small. Others will enrich the social experience with guilds and social hubs, while others will be massive and world-changing events. Everything you will have done in the game is preparing you for what is about to come. Our most ambitious and challenging content will come to Anthem in the form of Cataclysms. Time-limited world events that cause physical manifestations to occur. Extreme weather, incursions of dangerous hostile enemies, and new mysteries to solve. The story of Anthem has just begun. What might have seemed impossible when you were a fresh recruit will challenge you to new heights as you build your arsenal of javelins and unleash your power.
Strong alone, stronger together, right?
Ah, who told you that?
So the Anthem's endgame has been a very controversial topic that has gone around the internet the past few weeks, and a lot of the player base is scared, and they're nervous about what Anthem's endgame is going to entail. And I have to admit, I am one of them. So after watching this trailer, there isn't that much. They've mentioned that there is going to be, after you beat the main campaign, there's going to be challenges, contract, free play, and Stronghold, which are all going to be different activities that you could play on different tiers of difficulty. You can unlock Grandmaster 1, 2, 3, and 4 once you've reached a pilot level of 30. So first I just want to talk about what challenges, contracts, and free play and strongholds are going to be in Endgame, and I want to talk about also my favorite part of Anthem's Endgame that's going to be Cataclysms, which are hopefully are going to be monthly events, but I'll get to that in a minute. So challenges, they're very similar to what Destiny does with its weeklies and dailies. That's what they are. Challenges are just dailies, weeklies, and even monthlies, giving players several ways to obtain crafting materials and currency. There are also legendary contracts, which will be made available for players hungry for more difficult multi-part adventures. I see those to be very fun. They add a little bit more of a challenge to the game and hopefully some variety than just the norm grind. And I hope those are going to be pretty fun. We have to wait and see. There are a couple of YouTube videos that do feature some of the endgame legendary contracts. I do recommend you go check those out. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of those. I was not invited to any of the capture events, of course. I'm a very small YouTuber. So now we're going to talk, I just mentioned challenges and contracts. So now we're going to talk free play. To me, I don't know how the fuck free play is endgame content. I mean, the free play in the Anthem VIP and open demo, to be honest, was lackluster and kind of a fucking embarrassment. The only time I enjoyed free play was on Sunday when they had that special event with the Ancient Ash boss, but besides that, it felt so empty. Now, I hope that is just a demo thing. I want the free play world to be incredible. I want it to be full of life. I want it to be a variety of different factions and species inside the world for me to discover, for me to take on. I hope there's kind of like mini dungeons in free play, similar to what Destiny has. Lost sectors. So I hope there's some sort of lost sector system just to give some more variety from the normal strongholds. Now let's get into strongholds. Strongholds are going to be a very, very key part of Anthem's endgame. And playing them on Grandmaster 1, 2, and 3 is going to be key to get the best loot in the game. Now, of course, we're going to be grinding this content at launch. I'm also going to show you a calendar that Anthem has set up already for Anthem's endgame. They have 3 things set up so far. I'll just talk about it right now. In March, they have an expansion called Echoes of Reality. Now, I'm going to kind of get into a rant here. Why isn't this shit in launch? I mean, I know the developers want us to get ready for raid content, for Cataclysms and world events later down the line, but come on, Anthem. I mean, come on, BioWare. Why are we getting a half-ass game at launch? You know, I get they want this game to be a live service, but just like Destiny at launch was garbage, to be honest. It took the developers, it took Bungie a year and a half to make their game good. If Bungie released Destiny 2 currently at its current state, it'd be a phenomenal game. If Activision just gave the company an extra year, even just a year, to help develop their game and produce more content at launch, it'd be incredible. We're paying $60 for a game that's not complete, with half-ass endgame, with 3 strongholds, contracts, challenges, and free play. That's it? That's kind of embarrassing. But their gameplay calendar, like I'll show you on screen right now, there's 3 different things planned out for probably the rest of the year. Echoes of Reality, we have no idea what that is so far. It comes out in March. Act 2, we don't know what that is yet. And Act 3, we don't know what that is. I hope those are proper expansions. And in between these expansions are going to be these things that they've been teasing, Cataclysms. Cataclysms are special events that are going to be world-changing events that affect the world in its entirety, that add extreme weather. Remember the 2017 Anthem trailer where all the Javelins jumping into the storm? That is a cataclysm. I hope those are incredible, and they release those monthly in between these expansions. Like, we got a little tease of it on Sunday at the end of the demo, the open demo with the Ancient Ash Titan boss. I did a video on that covering that. If they add those monthly with different bosses, different rarities, just different kinds of stuff, that is going to be fun. You know, to give BioWare a thumbs up there, you know, if they do that well in between expansions, that's going to be cool. Also, just to talk about a little bit more about Anthem's Cataclysms, I'm reading this directly from a post on IGN. Cataclysms are a limited time world event which will alter the world and introduce various hazards, including powerful creatures and extreme weather. This is a key part of Anthem's endgame. That's pretty cool from the sound of it. I just hope they keep it up. I hope they have those a ton between expansions, like I said. So to talk a little bit more about the roadmap for Anthem, I'm not really sure what this other calendar is right here. It says Act 1 starting March 2019, Echoes of Reality. That's the first expansion. So there is going to be new events, quality of life changes, new rewards, expanded progression system, new Stronghold. That Stronghold should be at launch. 3 Strongholds at launch is pretty embarrassing, honestly. Builds and leaderboards, new missions, and the Cataclysm. So I guess that all starts March, so our first Cataclysm is a month after the game comes out. You know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, honestly. Especially if we get a good 40-50 hours of story, and we can grind an endgame probably for maybe another 20-30 hours, and that's okay. I think that's reasonable. Anthem's endgame content is also probably going to get very stale and boring at times, because you're going to be doing the same shit over and over again. I mean, just like in Destiny, and you know, just like doing the Last Wish raid, people play that raid over and over again to get different roles on their gear. And that is going to be a key part of Anthem as well. Getting different roles on your gear, getting Masterwork gear and getting Legendary gear. I think those are the only 2 gear sets that add perks. And so doing these strongholds, 3 strongholds that are at launch on Grandmaster 1, 2, and 3, especially 3, is going to grant you a better chance at getting those perks. So I guess that's going to be fun, trying to try to get different roles in all your gear. I just hope there's more variety. There is a guild system, which was shown off in the trailer, which is cool. There is a social hub. The social hub, I guess it'll be very similar to the tower that's in Destiny, where you can just show off your emotes, your gear with your friends. I wish you can take co-op partners into the fort. I don't know why that's a thing. And I hope they fix Fort Targnus a lot, because in the demo, it was shit. You need to be able to run in the fort, and you should have the option of third person, because I'm pretty sure you can customize your character inside the Javelin in the full game, and if it's in third person and you can't ever see your character, that's gonna suck. There are third person cutscenes from what I heard. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for my video. I think I covered just about everything. And just one more time, the Echoes of Reality update, which comes out in March, is going to feature a new Cataclysm event. I hope there's a Cataclysm event at launch of some sorts, a new Stronghold for players to conquer, and some quality of life improvements. You know, I guess we're in an age where games are never going to be great at launch anymore. We're done with that. Looter shooters are going to be a live service where you get parts of that game over the course of a year or two. The only developer I really trust to have a full game at launch is CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk 2077. I think that game is going to be phenomenal at launch. And when they release expansions over at CD Projekt Red, they release old school expansions, 40, 50 hour content that keeps players grinding. And you know, I just wish EA and BioWare and Bungie and Activision, they gave these developers more time to produce their games and not just get it out there for a money grab and just have a half-ass game. You know, it's not good that we're in an age where games are like this, and I'm worried about the future of games. I think Division is going to have a very similar problem. It's going to have no end game at launch. Division 1 had nothing at launch, and it took the game months and months to produce some end game. And a lot of players, they don't like waiting for that content. They want something to do every week. And like I said already a few times in this video, I hope the Cataclysms and I hope these weekly events that BioWare is teasing are going to be enough to fulfill us between these expansions. That is going to be it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I'm getting a little bit better at these commentaries. But tell me in the comments down below if you think I'm getting a little better. I'm going to be making a lot of guides on Anthem when it comes out. Hope you guys are enjoying my Apex Legends videos as well. I have a couple more videos coming out soon on some of the different classes. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.